Picture this, a country so small you can walk across it in an hour, yet it has more millionaires per capita than anywhere else on Earth. Welcome to Monaco, where your neighbor drives a Bugatti, parking spots cost €500,000, and the average apartment price would make even Silicon Valley executives weep. Today, we're spending £50,000 in just 24 hours to show you exactly how the ultra-wealthy actually live in the world's most exclusive playground. Buckle up, because this is luxury on a level most people never even imagine. 2.38 square kilometers equals $70 billion in wealth. Part 1, Morning, the $15,000 Suite. Our day begins at the Hotel de Paris Monte Carlo, where a single night in the Diamond Suite costs £15,000. Yes, you heard that right, $15,000 for one night. But here's what that actually gets you: floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the Mediterranean, a private terrace larger than most London flats, marble bathrooms with gold fixtures, and a personal butler available 24/7. The bathroom alone has heated floors, a television embedded in the mirror, and bath products that cost more per bottle than a decent bottle of champagne. The turn-down service includes Belgian chocolates worth £50 and pillows filled with goose down that took 6 months to source. Monaco isn't just expensive, it's in a league of its own. With 0% income tax, 39% of residents are millionaires. Property prices average €47,000 per square meter, making it the most expensive real estate on the planet. The Principality generates over €6 billion annually from just 39,000 residents. Breakfast is served on our private terrace, and it's not your average continental spread. We're talking caviar omelettes, fresh lobster, champagne that costs more per glass than most restaurant meals, and pastries flown in daily from Paris. The orange juice? Freshly squeezed from organic oranges grown in a private grove in Sicily. Even the butter is from a specific farm in Normandy that supplies only to Michelin-starred establishments. Part 2, Midday, exploring billionaire territory. After breakfast, we head to Port Hercules, home to some of the world's most expensive superyachts. We're not talking about boats here, these are floating palaces. The yacht we're standing next to is worth £200 million and has its own helicopter pad, submarine, and crew of 35. The annual running costs? Around £20 million. Just to put that in perspective, that's £55,000 every single day just to keep it operational. The owner visits perhaps 3 weeks a year. Walking through Monaco feels like being on a film set. Every corner reveals another layer of extreme wealth. The casino square features the famous Monte Carlo casino, where James Bond was filmed. The streets are lined with boutiques where window shopping could pay off someone's mortgage. We pass the Fairmont hairpin, the slowest corner in Formula One racing, where drivers navigate at just 50 km per hour during the Monaco Grand Prix. Part 3, Afternoon, the helicopter experience. For £12,000, we've booked a private helicopter tour along the French Riviera. This isn't just about the views, though they're absolutely spectacular, it's about experiencing how the ultra-wealthy actually travel. Why sit in traffic when you can fly over it? Our pilot explains that many Monaco residents use helicopters for their daily commute to Nice Airport, a journey that takes 6 minutes by air versus 45 minutes by car. Time, as they say, is money, and when you're worth hundreds of millions, sitting in traffic is simply unacceptable. 6 minutes by helicopter equals £2,000 per minute stopwatch. Part 4, Evening, the £8,000 dinner. As the sun sets over the Mediterranean, we arrive at Le Louis Quinze, Alain Ducasse, the only restaurant in Monaco with 3 Michelin stars. The reservation was made 6 months ago, and even then, we were lucky to get a table. Tonight's tasting menu costs £8,000 for 2 people, including wine pairings. Each course is a work of art, prepared by a team of 27 chefs working in a kitchen that cost €4 million to build. The wine cellar holds over 15,000 bottles, some worth more than a new car. What makes an £8,000 dinner worth it? It's not just food, it's theatre, art, and chemistry combined. Every ingredient has a story. The sea bass was caught this morning by a specific fisherman Ducasse has worked with for 20 years. The truffles were flown in from Alba, Italy, this afternoon. The vegetables come from a private garden in Provence where the soil composition is monitored daily. Even the salt is special, hand-harvested fleur de sel from Guérande. The difference between normal fine dining and Michelin 3-star dining is staggering. While regular upscale restaurants focus on good food and service, establishments like Le Louis Quinze operate on an entirely different level of perfection and precision. Part 5, Night, Casino de Monte Carlo. No visit to Monaco is complete without experiencing the legendary Casino de Monte Carlo. Built in 1863, this Belle Epoque masterpiece has hosted everyone from royalty to rock stars. But here's what most people don't realize: the famous gaming rooms have a €10 entrance fee, but the truly exclusive salons prives are invitation only and have minimum bets starting at €1,000. We're granted access to observe, not play, as our budget wouldn't last 10 minutes, and what we see is remarkable. Players casually betting amounts that could buy a house, staff in white gloves managing chips worth hundreds of thousands, and an atmosphere of quiet intensity that feels worlds away from Las Vegas. The Casino de Monte Carlo isn't just a tourist attraction, it's serious business. The casino generates over €100 million annually for the Principality. High rollers can win or lose millions in a single night. The largest single bet ever recorded was €12 million on a single roulette spin. The casino employs over 500 staff to ensure everything runs flawlessly. Part 6, The Reality of Monaco Life. As our 24 hours draw to a close, let's talk about what living here actually means. Monaco isn't just expensive for tourists, it's eye-wateringly costly for residents too. A parking space, just the space, not the car, can cost €500,000 to purchase. A modest 2-bedroom apartment starts at €3 million. Monthly maintenance fees on an average flat run about €2,000. Your weekly grocery shop will cost 3 times what it would in London or New York. Even a simple coffee at a cafe is €8. Monaco's transformation from a small fishing village to the world's wealthiest square kilometre is a fascinating journey of strategy, glamour, and calculated exclusivity. But here's what makes Monaco genuinely special beyond the price tags: it's arguably the safest place on earth with 1 police officer for every 100 residents and CCTV coverage of virtually every square metre. The Principality is impeccably clean, you'll never see litter on the streets. Everything works perfectly, from public transport to utilities. The weather is Mediterranean paradise, over 300 days of sunshine per year. And despite being a playground for the rich, it maintains a genuine sense of community with year-round cultural events, concerts, and festivals. So, after spending £50,000 in 24 hours, what's the verdict? Monaco is extraordinary, excessive, and absolutely fascinating. It's a place where normal rules don't apply, where a parking space costs more than most people's houses, and where the concentration of wealth creates an alternative reality. But it's also beautiful, safe, and meticulously maintained. Whether you think it's worth it depends entirely on your perspective. For the ultra-wealthy who call it home, Monaco offers something money can rarely buy elsewhere: complete privacy, perfect security, and a community of peers. For visitors like us, it's a glimpse into a world that most people never experience, one where price tags become meaningless and luxury is simply the baseline. Elite trips where luxury meets adventure.